Calling all gymnasts. Ready to take your game to the next level? Meet your secret weapon. Full out collegiate recruiting. We get it. The journey from club gymnastics to collegiate athlete can feel like a maze. But fear not. With Full Out, you'll get the education and guidance you need to navigate the recruiting process like a pro. Here's the game plan. We'll craft a personalized recruiting plan tailored just for you. Think of it as your roadmap to success, designed to showcase your talents and catch the eye of collegiate programs. But wait, there's more. You won't go it alone. Picture having a seasoned mentor by your side, guiding you through every twist and turn of the journey. That's what Full Out brings to the table. A dedicated mentor who's been there, done that, and is ready to help you achieve your dreams. Don't let uncertainty hold you back. Join the ranks of successful student athletes who have trusted Full Out collegiate recruiting to turn their dreams into reality. Visit our website today at www.fulloutrecruit.com. That's www.fulloutrecruit.com to learn more and take the first step towards your future in collegiate sports. Mention Region 5 College Salute podcast during your free consultation and get a $50 credit when you sign on. Offer valid through March 15th, 2024.
My team bad. My team good. My team does stuff that your team wish they could. My team bad, badder than yours. Their swagger don't stop, their salutes don't quit. So pipe down, Jim Turnett, stop talking that shh. My team's bringing that flavor, faces. All white Leos, all white bows. 5 white boys yelling, "Go Broncos!" Now your team might stick, but mine sticks better. If you don't hold your stay, you won't outscore Vetter. Let's get this podcast going. Throw your head back. Don't fake it. It's the R5 College Salute. Now let's get going. Make it.
An alum is perfect again on floor this week. We tied in Kalamazoo, and then we didn't. Another Yurchenko 1.5 debuted. Q is back with a headset. Ashari had more space in which to perform this week. We had more memories of a goldfish in Champaigne. An angry front tuck on is the only way to do it in Teter Town, especially when you are robbed. Holy Harris. Need to just grow an inch in your fingers on bars, apparently. And did you know the rules are the code of conduct? Welcome back to the only podcast with a gymnastics-inspired rap every week. The College Salute Podcast, the place you go for all you need to know about how our Region 5 alums are doing during their NCAA careers. You know Kim. And of course, I am Jason, and another week of routines and athletes we have never seen before, which is the fun part of NCAA gymnastics. But first, a free way to support our show is by leaving a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to the College Salute podcast. Tell us what you loved about the show or what you'd like to see improved. The review helps others discover our podcast and join our Region 5 family. Help us to continue to grow our podcast, which is the only regionally based gymnastics podcast in the country. We continue to show our love for our Region 5 alums throughout their college careers, so please show us some love with a review and a 5-star rating. But let's start just, it was the final meet for EMU at, Ypsilanti. It was senior night. Several seniors that we know well, had their final performances in the arena. Your last commentating performance for 2024 with Eastern. Just talk a little bit about quickly just that competition and kind of what you saw, highlights, stuff like that you see.
So many things. It was an absolutely fantastic night.
Absolutely was.
It was just absolutely amazing. There was tears. There was Florentines. So many Florentines. So good. No, for real though. It was a great meet. There were fancy leotards, but senior night is always very emotional. As I get older in my old age, senior nights make me cry So less on the makeup face, but Maylee's always making me cry on senior night. She's made me cry 2 years in a row on senior night. That should not be allowed. How do you get 2 senior nights? She did senior night last year and did a beam routine, and did senior night this year and did a floor routine that made me cry. She did a dance routine. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was some of the floor routine I choreographed many ago. But there's a lot of seniors that are Region 5 seniors that, I personally, and you, but I more personally, because most of them were from Michigan, watched grow up. So it was very emotional, for sure. And to watch them on beam, some of them just beam was their last event, or floor may have been their last event, just get emotional. So it was quite the evening. And all senior nights, even senior night at Western, also was a little emotional too. Peyton did balance beam to the climb. Come on, Peyton. Why would you do that to me? Well, her mom explained the story of the climb to me as I'm wiping tears from my face. Who does that? It's very sad. I was very emotional. And as I get older, it just gets worse. I'm like, guys, I just cry senior nights. It just sucks. Anyways. But no, it was a good meet. And at EMU had new leotards, which I will cover in the next segment. But senior nights are always so emotional, and everybody's having senior nights all over the place. It was amazing. But I do have a question I forgot to ask Katie, but I have okay, when they give away those leotards, they frame the Leos, who picks the Leo that they get? Does the athlete get to pick which Leo they get framed to, take home? Or do the coaches pick the Leo? I always wondered that, and I forgot to ask. Sophia Rios, she had the new Leo in her frame, the new white one that they wore. But she also did model it when they pulled it out of the bin,
Yes. The tackle box, yes. Yeah.
Yes. So she did model it in their Instagram video. So I was like, oh, okay, so that's kind of funny. She modeled it. But did she maybe design it or something? Is that why she got that one? So many questions. But I noticed some teams do, everybody gets the same Leo. I think Michigan one, everybody got the same one. But so that is my question. How do you decide what Leo you're giving them? And if you're giving them all different Leos, who decides who gets what Leo? Do the girls pick, hey, I loved that Leo. That's the Leo I want. Or are the coaches picking, okay, so Sam or Katie or Caitlin, anybody who's listening, I forgot to ask you about who picked the Leos because I got sidetracked. That's my question. Anyways.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, we will, because I need to know. Speaking of Leos, UCLA's Leo, to die for. Brooklyn Moores had it in an Instagram photo I saw. It was gorgeous. It was flowery with their light blue, dark blue, yellow color, white. Ugh, gorgeous. They always have great Leos. It's just not fair, but they were gorgeous.
I like State. I like that leotard.
With the OHIO?
Yes.
I love that Leo, especially because it has the OHIO on it, the Ohio on it. And it's not just it's people doing it, which makes it fun. Right. And that kind of reminds me of the Washington has a Leo that has Seattle on it. And then Utah has a Utah Leo that has, I love the city Leos.
You got an all white leotard experience in Western Michigan.
Not expect it to be Battle of the White Leos. And then when I went to the EMU NIU meet and they came out in the white Leo, I swear to God, I was kind of hoping that NIU had a white Leo just so it would be Battle of the White Leos all over the place. But yeah, Ball State and Western with the Battle of the White Leotards. I was like, whoa, did we not discuss this before? Because, basketball, football, the ball sports, they have their home and away jerseys. I mean, I think gymnastics should maybe have the same thing. Let's not wear the same color. But, let's coordinate. Let's say, hey.
Right. Or maybe they did coordinate. Maybe they were like, let's all wear white.
Maybe. Let's all wear white.
Let's all wear white today.
Let's all wear white today. That's fine if that's what you were doing. Let's all wear white today. But I'm just saying. But I don't like a white Leo, but I did enjoy those white Leos. They're nice. I do like Western's white Leo a lot because I do like the tan underneath. I do enjoy that one. It looks good on them. I do like Ball States also. I'm getting to like white Leos a little bit more, but don't tell anybody.
Well, you just did. So.
I know. I just told all of Region 5. Don't get any crazy ideas, Region 5. Emily's Knock from NIU does not have a twin sister at Arizona. We asked. Kent State, we asked. So just to clear that up,
Yes,
which we cleared up on the broadcast as well. We asked. I went and asked her. I'm like, hey, listen, Emily's, do you have a twin sister at Arizona anywhere? She's like, no. I'm like, because they said on the broadcast at Kent State that you had a twin sister who did gymnastics at Arizona. And I'm like, I swear to God, I am not going crazy, right? And she's like, no. She's like, I'm the oldest. I'm like, okay. I go, I know you have a sister that does cheer, and you have a sister who's like in gymnastics, who's a level 10 class of 2025. She's like, yeah. I go, okay, good. I'm not going crazy.
This has been bothering Kim for a week.
It has. It's been driving me nuts. I'm like, that is not right.
Says, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna get the answer.
I did, and I went right up to her. They were warming a vault. I'm like, listen, I got to clear this up. Oh, I had a lovely tailgating experience at Western. It was great.
Oh, I know. I saw the picture.
I know, because I told her to send it to you. I was like, send this to Jason.
Yes.
Because I was getting out of my car and going to walk in, and I saw Papa Murphy, and he's like, hey. I'm like,
Papa
hey.
Smurf.
Yeah. He's like, you want a hot dog and a bev? I'm like, I do. Yes, I do. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. So I had Bloody Mary bar and a beverage. I wasn't commentating. Hey, I'm like, I can only have
know.
one though, because we don't want blurry photos. However, I was a little too close on floor, and Peyton did the most beautiful switch ring, and I cut her head off.
Well, hey, so was Iowa, and we missed part of gymnastics because they were too close and jumped to another camber angle, and the pass or the tumbling pass or whatever was done.
Yeah, so I have the most beautiful photo of Peyton's ring, switch ring, but she has no head. So I mean, I could Photoshop a head onto her, a different
you
head.
probably could. Yeah, how many times?
I mean, I have enough pictures of Peyton's head. I'm sure I could just stick a new one on there.
Yes. Well, we don't have Q on the competition floor anymore, which of course is very sad. But this weekend, we have Q in another role. Headset Q. She's commentating, and that's awesome. That's so cool.
It's absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
I thought it was great. When I turned that meet on, I was like, hey, it's Q. I wonder if she has Oreos and hot tamales in her pocket still, though.
Oh, probably she has to have. I mean, that's the way she gets through these type of things. Q kind of gave us what it really feels like to be on the floor or to be doing the training or what they're doing in the gym. See, I don't know if this is the first time she's done it this year, because we haven't necessarily watched Iowa at Iowa, I don't think. We've seen Iowa a couple times, one at Michigan State, but I don't think we've seen them at home or watched them, or I haven't watched them meet at Iowa, because I thought they were doing their meets in their new arena, that Extreme Arena. Apparently they are in Carver for this meet, because I thought that Larissa told me they were competing a lot of their meets in that new Extreme Arena this year. And I think they did have one home meet in the Extreme Arena, but this one was at Carver. So, but yeah, I don't know if that was her first time or not. I mean, Q, you can let us know, but I hope you keep doing it. I don't know how long you're going to be at Iowa, but you can, become the Q and Olivia show at every Big Ten meet. Wouldn't that be fun?
My God, how fun would that be?
That'd be really fun. Yeah, that'd be awesome. So, but awesome job, Q. We enjoyed it, and it was just cool to see you back out there, because obviously not competing this year. We weren't sure what you were up to, and now we know you're commentating, which is awesome. Peyton Harris. I am a huge Peyton Harris fan. I have been.
Me too.
I have been for years, because I have seen Peyton grow up. You talk about watching Michigan athletes grow up in Region 5. I've actually seen Peyton grow up, and she's a Region 4 athlete, because she comes down and competes at several of the meets around, especially like Libertyville's Lucky Meet and a couple others. So I have seen Peyton grow as a level 10 for years, and I'm good friends with her club coach, Mike, from M&M. And we actually watched some of it, the meet, and we're watching some things on the floor. We went to the Harley meet this past weekend, which is hosted by Midwest Twisters in Milwaukee. The High Five team basically owns that gym. And we were just talking about the meet and what have you, but Peyton Harris is phenomenal. I mean, she is the NCAA national qualifier last year. Obviously, that's not enough to be said there. But just her gymnastics, I love her Yurchenko 1.5. It's a Yurchenko full quick half stick. I don't know if you noticed that. Really cool. I just love the technique that she uses on that. It's awesome. Her ray is gorgeous. She has such a presence to her about her that just draws you in, and it's just awesome. And she's not very big. She's very short, very tiny, but she makes you feel like she's a tall and just big through her performance. It's just awesome to watch. And I definitely want to just put it out there and just say, hey, Peyton Harris is one. If you don't watch Ohio State or haven't watched Ohio State or don't know Peyton Harris, check her out because fantastic gymnastics. Awesome job.
And she does a Valdez on beam.
She does do a Valdez on beam. So a first perfect 10 for Mizzou and on bars, and it came from someone that you are very fond of.
Oh my God, I love her. Yeah, Mara from Mizzou. She brought Mizzou their first 10 on bars. Clearly, they've never had one, which is crazy. But yeah, bar routine, gorgeous. She just floats through bars. She's the most beautiful bar worker. She's got that Netherlands bars. Oh, she's so gorgeous.
Yeah, you would think that they would have a 10 with, someone named Helen Hugh, but
you would have thought.
You would have thought, but 997
Hugh
would have thought. 9975 was the best that she could do. I mean, please. Oh boy.
She would have thought.
Yes, but Mara, no, she's awesome on bars. We also saw Ilka Juk this week on in the Iowa, obviously, broadcast with
we did.
Bars
She's
and
exceptional.
Bars and beam, although I think she fell on beam, unfortunately, if I'm not mistaken.
She's not, you know what? She has gorgeous beam, but she's not been performing the beam that well.
No.
I know, but that's okay. I love them. They're amazing. Here we go. Game for you. Are you ready for my game? How many names do we have for a flutter jump?
Well, I have one, scissor jump, because that's what I call it. So that's one.
Yeah, that's one. But there's also a beat jump. So flutter jump, beat jump, scissor jump. And the brand new, just heard it at the meet, the Iowa meet, a jazz jump.
I missed that. Jump. I didn't hear that. Wow.
Well, if you listen to the broadcast of that meet, Emma Pritchard was on beam.
Phenomenal routine, by the way.
Yes, very phenomenal. Absolutely. But she called it a jazz jump. A jazz jump.
Wow, I missed that. I was too enthralled with Emma's beautiful beam, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
Yes, beautiful beam, but a jazz jump. And then she said flutter jump or beat jump or whatever she said. Jazz jump. So out there in podcast land, what else do y'all call a flutter jump, beat jump, scissor jump, jazz jump? Do you have another name for it that I can add to my list here?
We're collecting.
Because I'm taking names because this is the stupidest jump ever. So please let me know. Fill me in. Send me a message. I want to know all the names that we have for this jump. Faces and flavor of the EMU-NIU meet. Let me tell you. So we're going to start with Emily's Knock. She is amazing. Her faces are fantastic. And when Brent came out of the gate with faces and flavor, I could not get to a pen fast enough. He does not listen to this podcast. I wish he did. He would just love me forever. But everybody at EMU and NIU, this was the faces and flavor meet for sure. Because not only does Emily's have faces and flavor all over the floor, Dawson brings faces and flavor everywhere she goes. And then, did you know, Ella Shamati, she clearly is holding face clinics every Saturday morning. The Eagles have gone to they've taken a page from the Ella Shamati handbook of faces. And it's fantastic, and I'm here for it. And I hope she continues to hold her floor faces clinic every, Saturday morning. If that's when you're doing it, go to Lift and then go to your faces clinic with Ella Shamati. Because it's just amazing.
Well, the switch split is actually probably more popular than people think it is.
Oh, well, listen. I put that on there first because she called it a standing switch leap. Girl, it's not a standing switch leap, and you did gymnastics. It is a switch split jump. And yes, it's very common.
Yes, there are more that do it than people think. I mean,
well, yeah, I just named two right there.
Right,
Gabby Wilson and Ella Shamati. But Olivia Karras did it. But I'm sure if I had more time, I could probably name a crap ton of more people that do it. But I didn't have time. Also, Ella Hodges, gorgeous, beam routine by the way, also did a standing layout step out, which the commentator has not seen in a very long time. Girl, you do not watch college gymnastics.
No, Ella Hodges is another one that's awesome to watch.
Oh, I love her. I thought her routine was gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. So, Delaney McMahon, she is a freshman at Ball State. I talked about at the beginning of the podcast routines that we have never seen before in our life. This is one of them. She did exhibition for Ball State. Her beam mount is the coolest thing I've ever seen, and Kim, you will have to go back and check it out, and I will explain it. She jumps up onto the beam like she's going to do a wolf turn, and she spins and does a half wolf turn. So she jumps up into like the wolf shape and spins around, and now she's facing the other side where she came from, where she jumped up, okay? Then she takes the leg, spins it back around in like a squat turn on one foot, pushes off of her feet slightly, lands on her head like a back shoulder roll, and goes to her knee. It is the coolest mount you'll ever see, and it's very hard to do it within words. You have to check out the Ball State Western Michigan meet, and I don't know how you did not see this since you were there, but I figured you probably would have saw it. Oh yeah, I remember that. So cool. And the commentator actually talks about that this mount was the coolest thing she's ever seen.
What?
Do you see that?
Oh yeah,
Kim
just Googled it.
Kim just checked it out. Isn't that cool?
That is freaking awesome.
It is awesome.
No, that is the coolest freaking mount I've ever seen. Like I
know it's just like I was watching. Like I had to rewind it and like go back and just watch the mount before I watched the rest of the routine.
That is so cool.
It is just it's awesome. It's so cool.
Yeah, it is.
And then another Ball State excitement from that I have not seen this routine. Mary Rise, I think her name is.
Mary
Rose.
Mary Rose.
She does a chow.
Yeah, I know. She's from Jam Jeff.
Oh, I haven't seen her compete. I don't know if I've ever paid attention. Chow is awesome.
She joined January of last year. She graduated early. She's I have pictures of her from JO Nationals because she's from Jam Jeff.
Okay.
I have pictures of her from the Western meet too.
Never saw her compete until this weekend, and she does it. And they had the video like literally facing the front of the low bar, so you see her stalled her into the Maloney, and a very floaty double layout. The double layout's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But Mary Rose, as Kim has made me now realize I had it wrong.
Yep. She goes by
awesome.
MR.
So cool. Shout out to you. I love chows. Chows is awesome. That's one of the harder ones because the stalder to do that is a lot tougher than the clear up and the toe hand. Well, toe hand's the easiest. Yeah. But that's so nice. Love a chow. Love a chow. Yeah. Code of conduct, Kim, is now apparently the code of points. And this was at the Ohio State meet. We have a code of conduct.
Well, I mean,
this is where we find all of our rules in the code of conduct.
I mean, we might have a code of conduct. We don't. I mean, I'm sure we do.
True, but when she said it, yes, yeah, that you look in the code of conduct and you can find the elements, and I'm like, no, that's a code of points, but okay, good try. Code of conduct. So that was phenomenal. I love that.
Oh, the code of conduct.
The code of conduct. McKenna King, watch out.
Oh my God. So get this.
She is going to slide into that bar lineup. I'm not sure, Peyton Murphy. You may be sliding out.
The first
yes,
photo.
I said it.
The first photo I have of her in warm-ups, I was not ready for her double layout. Her double layout is so high. I cut off her head too. So I had to readjust of where I sat for her actual routine, for her exhibition routine. But her double layout is so flippin' high, I cut her head off.
Yes. No. Marco teaches some big dismounts off bars.
Oh, her bars is so good. And her legs are like glued together.
No, that's what I said. Watch out. Someone's coming out of that bar lineup soon if McKenna keeps doing what she's doing, because that was an awesome bar routine. Shout out, McKenna. That was awesome. Great to see. But yeah, I wrote that down right away. I'm like, watch out. No, watch out, Western. McKenna's coming for you. No, it looks awesome. So good for her. Good for her.
So Western was celebrating 50 years, and they had all their alumni and everything. A lot of people are celebrating 50 years this year. Crazy, right? Yeah, that whole Title IX thing too, or Title, yeah. The 90s though, they had T-shirts made. Yeah, and it was like in my 90s.
What? Yeah, that tan one.
Yeah, because I saw that they had T-shirts, and when one of the ladies was walking up, and I was like, "Ooh," I said in my 90s gymnastics era or whatever, but it had the picture of all the girls on the team on the shirt, and so when they were walking back up, and sat down, I went up to them, and as they were in their group, and I was like, "I love your shirt. What decade are you guys?" Because I wasn't super paying attention. They're like, "Oh, we're the 90s." And I was like, that is fantastic. And so I was looking, I'm like, "Can I take a picture of your shirt?" And she's like, yeah. And so she's trying to like hold it out. I thought it was very cool that, they were the only group that had shirts. So hats off to the 90s. Let me tell you, good job, ladies. 90s Bronco team. Y'all were on point with them shirts.
There are some shirtless fellows.
Oh my God, the Bronco boys. Yep. I don't know if they have a given name, but I'm gonna call them the Bronco boys. And they were highly entertaining. They made our Instagram story, and I do have some pretty funny photos of them. And then the horse, Bronco, showed up to cheer with them as well. I couldn't get enough of the Bronco boys. And on vault, they were like right behind the vault, but like up in the stands, but right behind the vault. So like I have the girls landing their vault and the Bronco boys behind them. So good. So funny. The many crowns of NIU. NIU, many a girl on the floor puts a crown on their head. Dawson, of course, because she crowns at the end, as always. And I told the Arizona Nationals story during Dawson's floor routine, because I had to, when I was filming, and she goes, "Kim, don't turn the camera off after my ending, because I'm going to put the crown on, and then I'm going to strut my way off floor." And she did. And so I told that story during the broadcast, and I told her I would, and she very much enjoyed that. And let me tell you, she's a little powerhouse of power. She is a little
powerhouse of power.
She's a little powerhouse of power. She's a tiny little thing, but she is the future of NIU gymnastics. I fully believe that. Let's get her some more events. You know how we wanted Teter to keep adding things? Mm-hmm. This is the next. I want to be heard, because she's so good. Her vault was huge. Her floor is so good. Front double full to a punch front.
Yep. She's always been good on floor and vault.
I know she has. Yeah. And when she did that pass, Brent goes, "Wow." I'm like, I know.
Yep.
I know. Yep, I know. Isabella Cece, she throws a crown on at the end. And then Emelise, she has one in the middle of the routine. So yeah, the many crowns of NIU. Everybody puts a crown on, and then they have the whole crown for the sticking.
Well, so. It is their best event, so they're crowning themselves as, queens of floor.
They are.
Because it's their best event.
It is.
We do have an alum that did do floor that we're excited about, and I know you're going to talk about it down in the Jive, so excited for that one. And keeping the floor theme, congratulations to Gabby Wilson. Her second, is it not? Awesome job. I saw the social media of the video. That front layout Rudy gets better and better each week, but I love how they slowed it down, and like basically the dramatic ending to that, like the lunge and her face of the routine. And that was obviously on the podium against Rutgers at Elevate the Stage. And I look forward to seeing Gabby perform next week during the Big Five at Penn State. Newbie debuts. Kind of. This one's not an actual debut in lineup, but it is a debut of a skill. Janae Daniel from Eastern Michigan. She's a freshman at Eastern Michigan. She has been in the vault lineup all season long, doing a gorgeous Yurchenko full, but she unveiled her Yurchenko 1.5. Kim got to see it live. It was very nice. Extra rotation, but I guess you told me she did not have a very good warm-up on this vault, so sitting them down.
She sat all of them, like all the ones I saw in warm-up, she sat down, and I was like, it's fine. She's going to have the meat adrenaline, and she did. Boy, did she. And so she took a big step forward.
Big jump out of it, big step forward out of it. But awesome. It's awesome to see, and that's now the second week in a row that we've had an alum debut a Yurchenko 1.5. And you also got to see the one we saw last week live as well with Kiara O'Shea doing hers, and you got to see that live.
Oh my God, it was so good. She went 9.9, so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was better.
Huge.
It was better than last week. And then we finally got to see an exhibition performance of Jenna Olszewski from Minnesota. She did compete in their mock or their inter squad meet, but hadn't competed yet this year. She did do exhibition. She fell on her gainer layout step out, which I don't think I've ever seen her fall on a gainer layout step out, ever. I wish she'd go back to her old series, her gainer layout back handspring. It's so cool. However, I think they need more bonus for that purpose, so that's why it's separate. Now she does back handspring layout, which is very, very nice, and then a gainer layout. So, all right, it's time for our D3 Athlete of the Week, and we actually have D3 Athletes of the Week, and the reason why is because one I saw right from the start at the beginning of the weekend, and that would be Kelsey Koloff from Whitewater. She had a 9.85 on floor. Very nice floor routine, and she's been very good on floor for Whitewater. I think she finished third, or maybe did she win D3 Nationals on floor? I know she was on the top 3 a couple times. Always places high in the D3 Nationals on floor. And so I thought, well, that's awesome. And then yesterday, I get a text from Kim about a bar record from a Brockport alum, Rachel Swick from Ohio. Huge Jaeger bail combo. Actually, gorgeous Jaeger bail combo. She went 9.875 and broke the record for Brockport on bars, which is just outstanding. That's so cool. And so I'm like, well, since I already asked Kelsey for hers, and I already said, hey, you're the D3 Athlete of the Week. And then we saw this one. We're like, well, we'll just have D3 Athletes of the Week. So congratulations, Kelsey and Rachel. You are our Week 7 D3 Athletes of the Week, and both videos will be posted on our Instagram later this week, so check those out. Podcast socials, a place where you can check out our D3 Athletes of the Week, a Region 5 College Salute podcast on Instagram. That's, of course, where we post our podcast, all the videos that we get, Kim's pictures that she takes, which there'll be more from Western Michigan Ball State coming up, I'm sure, shortly. Any content that we want to put up, that's where you can find it, and to keep track of our alums. Our Region 5 College Salute on YouTube, that's where sometimes our podcast segments can be posted. Weekly routines, that's where all of our Alumni Monday content is posted. And of course, Alumni Monday, which is posted on our website, highlights 10 routines each week that we may not talk about on the podcast. And this week's, you can see the 9.9 floor performance of JC Vore. She competed on floor in the lineup this week for Michigan. Or another 9.925, which Kim saw firsthand, of the beam queen herself, Ella Shamati. Absolutely gorgeous triple flight. Beautiful triple flight, as always. But great routine. See that on Alumni Monday? Posted sometimes on Monday, usually Tuesday, on our website. See those 10 routines and check out more college content on our Region 5 College Salute podcast on Instagram and our College Salute on YouTube. Okay, Kim, let's jive.
Yeah.
What floor routines stuck out to you in week 7? Because there were a lot, as always.
There were a lot, as always. Victoria Henry. Her floor routine is so good. It's the music for me. We go from Rompe to Calabria to Mi Gente. Hello. Me love, eh? Mi amor. Anyways, she can tumble, we know, but her floor routine came right at the right time for me at Western. I needed it because Peyton did beam before she did floor. And so I was like, okay, thank you, girl. I needed this routine right now because I was a little emotional. And then I was like, yeah, girl, get it. Get it. So I needed that right there. It was amazing. And girl, can she perform a floor routine? She can. Yes, she can. Sydney Washington can perform a floor routine as well, and she has quite the eclectic taste in floor music. We go from Eminem. It's Eminem. It's the very violin instrumental and intro to Lose Yourself from Eminem. It is. Then she goes to Michael, to Justin. Girl genius. Why didn't I think of any of that? That is such a great combination of people. The floor routine is amazing. I do enjoy OSU on her. I really do.
This is where she should have gone in the first place.
Yeah, why didn't she? What were you thinking?
I don't know.
She just had to make a pit stop. I know, I'm a comedian. I am a comedian also. Did you not know?
A pit stop.
I know. I'm funny. Oh, I mean, the door was open. I just rolled right through it. Anyways, Alyssa Ashari. Okay, I've been hurt. I feel as if not you, me, we, you, all of us together, we have been heard because let me tell you, you have been talking it up that Alyssa Ashari floor.
She told me. She told me she was doing it. She told me she
I know
was.
she did. You've been saying to me for weeks now that Alyssa Ashari floor. She hasn't done it. She hasn't done it. And then last time on the podcast, I was like, okay, I'm commentating this meet. Sam, just let Alyssa do floor. I don't care if it's exhibition. I don't care if she does forward rolls across the floor. Okay, well, she did more than forward rolls. She did a 2.5 twist that was gorgeous and hung up here in the air somewhere. Why haven't we been doing floor the whole time is my question. However, I feel heard because she was lined up for floor warm-up, and I was like, Alyssa, excuse me. Alyssa, excuse me. Are you doing floor? And I said it very loud across the way. I'm like, Alyssa, are you doing floor? She runs over to me. She runs over, leans over, and she goes, yep, I am. I'm like, oh, I feel heard. I'm like, you are? She goes, just exhibition. I'm like, I don't care. You're doing floor? She goes, yeah. She goes, I made a deal with my coach. She's got to wear a back brace, but I'm doing floor. I'm like, yay. So my life was completed right there in that moment. And then she had to start warm up. So she scurried back over there and started the warm up. I was so excited. Could hardly contain myself. So, yep, she did floor. It was gorgeous. I've not seen Alyssa do floor since maybe her junior year of high school.
It's been a while. Why haven't you been in floor lineup? Now, granted, NIU, as we've talked about, is a very strong floor team.
They are.
They are good. And they have been for almost the entire time Alyssa has been at Northern. Yeah. But that 2.5 was gorgeous. It's huge. Yeah. So nice.
I don't know when she warmed that up because I didn't see it. But yeah, she did it. I was like, oh hello.
Yeah. So good.
Amazing. You can do floor exhibition for the rest of the season. But oh my God. I feel very hurt. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, whoever made that happen. Speaking of competing at your senior meet, whether it's exhibition or not, Bailey Vanderbeek, she just continues to compete at her senior meet, whether it's exhibition or not, whether it's a dance through with forward rolls, whether it's skipping across the floor, it doesn't matter. She's competed at 2 senior meets now, doing a whole lot of nothing. And I am here for it, and I don't care. She got a little emotional, like as she was running towards us for her last tumbling skip. And me too. I'm like, okay, stop it. The fact that she did just a dance routine, I thought it was fantastic. I love that Katie let her do that. Dawson, her floor routine. I know I mentioned it up above, but her floor routine is just so much. As I said, a little bundle of power, a little powerhouse of power. I cannot wait for the next 3 years of her and her floor routines because so good. So much personality, absolutely. And there was so many faces and so much flavor all over this gym on floor. It was incredible. So Dawson, you just keep bringing it and doing you because yes, so many yeses on that one. Gianna Gertis, you are the most beautiful entity on floor that I have ever seen in my entire life, from the fingers to the toes to the faces to the nose.
I feel like Gianna, when she does floor, is like pulled away from the screen. It's like a 3D movie you're watching. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is, but like when she does her floor routine, I feel like she's coming off the screen into like your general area, and you just see it like right in front of you. It's I don't know. I don't know how she does it, but Gianna to watch on floor is just like no other. And her tumbling is gorgeous, but her double pike always is fantastic in last pass. Beautiful. Form, point to toes, knees straight. But I don't know what it is. That's like her floor routine just every time she does floor, no matter what, this routine, the last routine, they all just pull off the floor. It's like a 3D image. It's like weird.
It's enthralling. She's just like, she's captivating.
So good.
But from captivating to feisty, we have Karina Nunos.
Love her.
From Iowa. She did floor.
Awesome. Yeah, she did.
Last time she did not.
No, she did not.
Oh my God. She is a sophomore?
Yep.
You know, and let me tell you, she has like so much personality. She's so spicy. Like it's like her and Skyla before that MSU meet having a freaking dance off. Like, she is so many things, and her floor is so good. It's so her personality, and she just like pierces your soul with her eyes. Like, there are not enough adjectives that I can think of at the moment to describe this floor routine. It's that good, and it's like effortless. She has like, it's like effortless feistiness. Feisty. Her and like Gabby Wilson. Every day I could watch those two. Jojo Varga from Ohio State. Her balance beam entrance is poetry.
Rather extra.
It's rather extra. It kind of semi reminds me of Michaela Stuckey's. She like blows the chalk off LeBron. That's LeBron-esque ish. But then she's like, Shwa.
Yeah, she does that hand. I know she's
like,
hand.
Shwa, and then shwa, and then shwa. That's what it does. She does. It's like she's like
walks up to the beam, does this hand flick thing, puts her hand, turns aggressively, quarter turn,
and then she like brushes along the beam like,
I know, and then chin up and then mounts the beam. I'm like, a little extra.
Kind of feel like she's telling the beam, you are going to just do what I'm telling you to do. I own you.
Yep. No, very extra, but very cool.
Oh my God, I freaking love it though. Bailey Libby. Hello, Bailey Libby. Okay, so what I love about her routine, first of all, she takes the most overused piece of Excel floor music, sailing. That's the floor music. It's called sailing. I have made up 20 floor routines by now to that piece of overused floor music, but for some reason, I love her floor routine because she just makes it something so different, and she goes above and beyond. Literally the movement, her movement is exquisite, and the way that she can move her body and turn that piece of floor music into something beautiful and amazing is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, she has a very similar quality, if you remember her mom, Larissa Lowing at the time, on her floor routines for Canada.
I'm sorry I don't, but I will Google it later.
Yes, please do, because you'll get it. You'll see it, because I remember watching Larissa. I'm from Michigan, and so we get the Canadian channels everywhere. So I got to watch a lot of their gymnastics competitions, like championships and their Elite Canada, which is like classics or Winter Cup for us. And just remember watching her do gymnastics. Her daughter has very similar type movement and stuff that Larissa Libby
I'll make sure I Googled that, because actually I just Googled it. I have it up to watch later. Okay, so Priya from Eastern, her floor routine, she does exhibition. She's been in the lineup before, but she does exhibition the last couple times. Her floor routine, she is another one of those athletes who is just a bouncing baby jelly bean. She is one of the ones that has been taking Ella's Faces clinic on Saturday mornings, because she's taking pages right from the handbook, which is great. Her dance is so fun and so just like bouncy. And it's not her personality, but it is her personality, I guess. And Katie says she's just starting to really open up and come more into her own as like time has progressed. But oh my God, this floor routine, I love it more and more and more every time I see it. Faces and fun, and just, she is tiny. She is a tiny little human, but this routine is a big routine. She's on like chapter 7 of the handbook because they're on point. Alana Anderson, the pass. It's my favorite. The run of whip half to Rudy. Also, send me your workout, Alana. I need it. I need your leg workout, please. Because you got some leg muscles, girl. So does Teter and Hannah Ruthberg. Like, are you guys doing the same workout? Is this like a Mac thing? Like, what is it? Because I need it. I need y'all's workout. But her routine, I love her routine. She is like the cutest button. But her jumps, oh my God, her 180s positions are just on point. But yeah, it's the pass. It's the one tumbling pass I actually watch. Give me a good whip half any day, but then you add the Rudy onto it, girl, I'd get dizzy and tired. But I love it.
So we had a whip half Rudy and a back 2.5 in the jive this week. Hey, the tumbling is taking over.
We have some tumbling because I paid attention to some tumbling. I know.
Tumbling is taking over.
Let's not get carried away with that. But yeah,
okay.
We had some tumbling.
Well, let's talk about some tumbling, some vault, some bars, some beams. In our Region 5 University, presented by the College Salute Fan Zone.
The College Fan Zone is your one-stop online shop for everything college gymnastics, from hoodies to crews to tees to tumblers and more. Check out dancegymnasticsdesigns.squarespace.com to shop all your favorite college teams and support your favorite R5 alums all season long. Up next, we have Big Ten options for Big Ten prices.
All right, so our lineup, as you may have already figured out, possibly, was Ohio State, Iowa, Illinois, Minnesota, and Ball State, Western Michigan. Moving to the vault is our first event, and Tori's Yurchenko full. If I do a Yurchenko full like that, I would not do more than a Yurchenko full ever in my life again, because that's an absolutely gorgeous Yurchenko full. Stuck it perfectly, 9925. But they said that she is a redshirt freshman, and just so you know, she is actually a redshirt sophomore. She's actually a junior in college, just so you know. She's not a freshman at all. And yes, she was doing that as last year, but this, I know she had several, and I'm not sure if this is the one. I know bars is. She had several career highs in this meet. So clearly the judges at Iowa liked Tori.
Clearly.
The redshirt freshman.
Yes, the redshirt freshman.
Suki Pfister on vault. Oh, she tried. She tried to stay there and do that nice stick and stay, but unfortunately her shoulders went back a little too much and she took a step back. But I do like about Suki is she is the apparently the bars, I don't know if it's the bar's scorekeeper or what. She has her clipboard. She has her thing. Because she at the end of one of the exhibition bar routines, she comes over and she's talking to her like the coach. So Suki's the coach now too, and she's going over the routine. She has her little clipboard thing. I thought that was hilarious. Well, and then she goes over and does a vault.
You notice they all have they all switch around their little roles per event or per person. So like Western on their lineup sheet on the bottom of each event, it has a little section that has what every single person should be doing for that event. And then it switches for the next, this is the board person. This is the scorekeeper. This is the social media. That's
awesome.
It has it on the bottom of every single event.
That's awesome.
And it switches.
So apparently on bars, Suki is the scorekeeper and post-routine coach, because that's what she was doing. So that's her job after bars, which I thought was fun. But then obviously 9,875 on vault. Sarah's Yurchenko full. Beautiful. 985. That would be Sarah Moreau. I'm still interested if she'll ever do a 1.5 again, because I think she did it once in her college career. But 985 for a very nice Yurchenko full. Sydney, Washington, 985 as well for her Yurchenko full. And then we had a slew of 9825s this week. Gianna Gertis for her Yurchenko 1.5. She did step back on it. Hallie's Yurchenko full as the anchor on vault for Western Michigan was gorgeous.
Yeah, it was.
Hannah Milton, lead off on vault for 9825. Beautiful vault. Was excited about that one. And then Abby Singh, that layout half is just gorgeous. So you've talked about it. We've talked about it, how her shape is just so nice. She did very good job on controlling the landing because she was over-rotating. She landed, kind of absorbed a little bit and took this step forward, but enough, not a huge one, just enough to stop the momentum, and then finish with 9825. Absolutely gorgeous vault. Beautiful vault. That was exciting to see. 49,325 on vault this week. Over on bars, as I just talked about and mentioned, the career high of 9.9, which I actually went and looked up because I thought was kind of weird to me that she hadn't been in the 9.9s because Tori's good on bars. But I'm like, wow, really? Maybe he's wrong on that. I looked it up. Her original was 9.85, I think. So I was like, wow, 9.9, good for her. Beautiful Tkachev, half in, half out that she fight to save the landing. Caitlin Ewald, another fight for a landing on her half in, half out off bars, but a beautiful Jaeger, 9.85 for Illinois. Ashley Szymanski, well, first of all, blindfold Ginger, absolutely gorgeous, but she should be on this list just for reactions to routines alone and pre-salute dances, because she has a lot of fun on the college floor. Let me just tell you, she is enjoying herself 100%. And on balance beam, I'm sure you noticed she has learned how to dance it out.
Oh
on
my
everything.
God. I forgot about that. So I have that in my notes. She is the queen of when in doubt, dance it out, because she literally danced everything out. Everything.
She was not on that routine, but you like every little thing had a dance element out of it, or a turn to a pose, or something. It was just so awesome. But bars 9825, gorgeous bar routine, and again her celebration afterward was hilarious. Abby Singh, her layout full out is beautiful. And she actually held on to, I don't know, I couldn't really tell if she actually really stuck the landing. I don't think she did. I think she did have a little bit of a scoot on it, but gorgeous position on the layout full out. 9-8 on bars for her. And then Sid and Gianna Gertis, 9-8 on bars. They do the same combination. However, Gianna, I am amazed she got her hands on the bar. I don't know if you remember watching this, but she does her Maloney, and she presses her hips so big that it kind of rises more than normal, and she like stretched. If she got that on her dowel only, because I was amazed that she caught that bar. It kind of like made me jump back, like, oh, she's gonna miss the bar, and she didn't. But props to you, Gianna, for just getting after that bar and catching it, which is phenomenal. But 49-175 for us on bars. Balance beam, Tori Vetter, rocked a beam set, 9-9 for her. Absolutely gorgeous routine. Sarah, 9-9. I think that's her second 9-9 in weeks, like in consecutive weeks, if I'm not mistaken, because I think I had her on her beam routine on Alumni Monday last week for a 9-9 routine as well. Super solid. It's obviously one of her best events. Emma Pritchard. Can we just talk about Emma Pritchard for a minute?
We can.
She
we can
leads
talk
off
about her for 2 minutes.
She leads off bars with the gorgeous bar routine.
Yes, she does.
She does. But beam, she's the lead off on balance beam, and this balance beam routine is so solid, so like aggressive, and I just love that she is like that one athlete for Ohio State that can just turn it. Like, she basically is their lead off for two events and is the one that sets the table on those two events. And she did set the table at regionals last year. I remember that she got up there and nailed the beam routine for like a 9.875, I think it was, the first one out, and just set that table for them. And then they made the day two. But it just awesome to see Emma like doing so well on these two events that she competes. But like I said, super solid. Great. I love how she like just kind of runs up onto the beam. She steps up onto the beam like she's being, like I said, vaulting out of a cannon, shot out of a cannon onto the beam.
Being launched onto the beam, and an absolutely gorgeous round off 1.5 at the end. Super start for Ohio State. It's awesome. 9.85. Caitlin Ewald from Illinois, her second event in our lineup this week. 9.85 for her beam routine. She has a forward roll mount. Kim, I know you know that. Forward roll onto the beam. It's really cool. Her series, she has a one arm back handspring to a back handspring. I don't think I've seen that in college. I don't know under how long she's been doing that, if that's new this year or not, because I don't remember that in her routine, but that's kind of cool. One arm back handspring. And then her dismount, she does a punch Rudy. Or kickover Rudy. Which one is it? Kickover? It's a free aerial.
So kickover. So the kickover Rudy, where you kick over your head instead of punch. So 9.85, but that series, I thought that was just so cool. Like one arm back handspring. I haven't seen that. And then Aubrey, Nick from Iowa, and Gigi Singh from Western, 9.825 each on beam. Aubrey has a new series on beam. Yeah. She does a little scissor jump, or the 900 names, front aerial.
A scissor jump step out. Let's be
to a front aerial back handspring. So that was cool. New for her final year of gymnastics as a senior at Iowa. And then she's another one that mounts the beam with, she mounts the beam with a leap. She does a switch leap onto the beam and then does a leap or like a step leap, which is cool. But they said that was a new series, and I thought she used to do back handspring layout, if I'm not mistaken. But 9.825 for Aubrey. And then Gigi Singh, back handspring layout on the beam, solid. Loved when Gigi hits that flight series. It's so cool. Back handspring layout. I'm sorry, not back handspring layout.
I was going to say.
Back handspring layout. And
she also does a forward roll onto the beam.
She does do a forward roll onto the beam. So we have 2 of those in our lineup this week. But super solid routine for Gigi, and she was super excited, and her sister was the first to hug her, which is always cool.
They always are. They are always the first to hug each other, and it's the cutest freaking thing.
Abby runs up and gives her a big hug. So I'm always excited to watch Gigi hit that beam routine, and I'm happy to see her always in lineup on beam. 9825, 49325 on beam. And then floor, quite a bit of good landings and big tumbling for our alums this week. Tori Vetter, 9-9, a beautiful double pike last pass, layout Rudy last pass on floor. Peyton, double pike last pass, gorgeous. Beautiful routine, always tumbles in the rafters. Caden Fitzgibbon, 9875. Love watching Caden on floor. Awesome front to double tuck for her on floor. Cassie St. Clair, the camera was perfect for my favorite skill in that routine, which is her front double full. Right into the camera. Absolutely beautiful front double full.
You know what she doesn't do on floor anymore?
Her Shushanova, I know.
Yeah.
I noticed that at the beginning of this year that it wasn't in there. I thought I was going to mention it one podcast and I forgot, and then we just haven't mentioned it. But yes, her little Shushanova thing is not in her routine this year. But her punch front double full is still in her routine, and it's still dropping from the sky probably as we speak. But beautiful 9875. And then we've already talked about Gianna's floor routine, her tumbling, her perfect double pike last pass, toes together, or toes and feet together, legs together, toes pointed. Beautiful. 9.875 on floor for a 49.425 and a grand total of 197.25. So we're hanging out in that mid 197 range most of the season, except for a few high 198. So pretty awesome. Congratulations to our alums who made our lineup this week. And next week, for week 8, we will address the Big Five. So we will check out the Big Five, both sessions of Big Five, and report on our alums in our lineup from the Big Five, as well as Kent State CMU. So we'll get a MAC meet in there as well. So Big Five, Kent State CMU will be our lineup for week 8. And then, Kim, we have quite a few alums that are nominees for this year's AAI Honda Award. And would you like to give us our long list of alums that are up for that award this year?
I absolutely would. So, at the top, Alyssa Ashari from NIU, Shania Adams from Alabama, Aria Bruce from Auburn, Gianna Gertis from Minnesota, Ellie Lazari from Florida, Andy Lee from Cal, Peyton Richards from Florida, Megan Teeter from Ball State, Gabby Wilson from Michigan, and I am adding Raisa Borges from Eastern only because I commentate for Eastern, and she's been doing amazing this year, and she's a senior, but I want to add Raisa Borges from Eastern onto our list because pretty much anybody from Eastern is an honorary Region 5 person. So
there you go.
Congratulations to our Region 5 alums as the Honda Award nominees.
Yes, and we have the reigning, Region 5 alums has the reigning AAI Honda Award winner, which would, of course, be Sierra Brooks from last season. And so we'll look forward to hearing the announcement at NCAA Nationals who the 2024 Honda Award winner will be. And hopefully it'll be a Region 5 alum. And wrapping up our podcast, as we do each and every week, we have the best 5 of the week. And our best stick this week will be going to Tori Vetter on vault at the Ohio State meet because, as I wrote in my notes, she vaulted, dropped down, and stuck. Like nothing to it. It was easy as heck for her, and it had a very beautiful landing. So we're going to give Tori Vetter's Yurchenko full stick the best stick of the week. Best handstand on bars does not come from a Region 5 athlete this week. It'll come from MR, as I've learned on this podcast, Mary Rose from Ball State. The handstand prior to her absolutely gorgeous chow was locked out perfectly, and you could see it right in your camera because that's where the camera was. It was right in front of her, so you see that perfectly. So Mary Rose, you get our best handstand for this week. Best performance?
Best performance goes to Tori Vetter for her record-breaking competition.
Yes, for her performance, her several, I think it's 3 personal bests at that meet, so that's awesome for Troy Vetter.
That's not bad for a redshirt freshman.
And then I also give Delaney McMahon from Ball State the best performance for doing the longest and coolest mount we have seen this year. So on balance beam, it's really cool, and I need to see more of it. And please, more people come up with cool mounts like Delaney's, because you got to. Kim, best at the college post routine celebration.
Okay, so this one goes to Ella Shmati after beam and the whole Eastern team, because I give her that girl a 10 already, because we need to. But that celebration after was amazing. And then Ashley Szymanski after bars, because I was sitting right there. I knew to sit there right at the end. And I felt like, Ashley, why are you yelling at me, first of all? And second, yes, I am taking your picture. Thank you for holding this pose and screaming at me for that long. But oh my God, girl, I knew you were going to stick it. She stuck it. She knew she was going to stuck it. But oh my God.
She knew she was going to stuck it. Good job.
She did. Okay. But as I sent you the photo series of Ashley, why are you yelling at me? And thank you for holding the pose. But oh my God, forever she will be the post routine celebration, because I think she's already celebrating on the way down from the flipping, from the double flying away. She's celebrating on the way down.
She's celebrating that she's going to hit that routine before she even starts a routine. So let's be
real. She is. Yeah, she is, because I have the photos to prove it, because she's like.
Yes, she's all about it. She's having so much fun, and we're all here for it.
Yeah, she's dancing before the routine even starts in the chalk bucket.
And then our best college stick, stay, and salute. No one could top this one. So it's not a Region 5 athlete, but we were like, you can't top it. So this week is...
It's Alexa Ebling from Iowa, because let me tell you, she took stick, stay, salute to a whole new level. She held the stick, then she held the stay, then she held the salute and put her head back so really far and held that position as well. There was no taking any tenths away from her on any of those three segments of the stick, stay, salute off beam. Nope, not doing it. You weren't taking anything.
Alexa, congratulations. You are our stick, stay, and salute role model, template. Everyone needs to watch you and make it look like that. Yeah. Then you'll get on the list.
You will. Mm-hmm. We know you enjoy our podcast and want more people to find out how awesome it is. Absolutely. How absolutely awesome it is. So please, can you please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to the Region 5 Insider Podcast. Please continue to follow us at R5 College Salute _podcast on Instagram and YouTube. We post extra R5 alum content on these channels all season long. Thanks again to Full Out Recruiting for your continued support, as well as our listeners. We could not do this without your support. Follow us on all of our social media accounts for the most up-to-date information on what's going on with our R5 alums all season long.
Thanks again for joining us for our Week 7 recap. It's going to be a Big Ten pod next week with a chaser of MAC. Look forward to a preview what the big championships may look like for 2024. And of course, more spine-breaking coverage of our Region 5 alums. Follow, like, and subscribe. Peace out, Region 5.
5, 5, 5, 5, 5.